So as singers, we are athletes, and I want to try to improve our breathing or our Bolt score through a series of exercises today. This is going to be measured in the Bolt score of Patrick McGowan's The Oxygen Advantage. This book is incredible, and I highly, highly recommend it. It's something that can absolutely help you think entirely about breathing in general. It can improve your asthma symptoms, your allergies, helps you decrease stress and improve athletic performance. So let's go ahead and try out a couple of these and apply them to singing. Now with a Bolt score, what you're going to do is breathe normally through your nose and out through your nose. And then you're going to pinch your nose and you're going to count the number of seconds it takes for you to feel like you really need to take in a breath, the urge to take in a breath. Now, the point of this exercise is not to hold your breath as long as humanly possible. It's to measure where you are and where your body wants to inhale, okay? So here we go. Wow, okay, so I'm at 10 seconds, which is a little worse than usual, a lot worse than usual actually. I'm usually around 16, 17 seconds. So that's a reflection of my state of being today. I'm in the middle of buying a house. I've had some bank fraud. It's like a really yucky, stressy day. Now I'm gonna try one of the exercises to improve that, okay? Here's a little bit of whatever happened to my part. This is from Monty Python, the Spam-A-Lot musical. I'm constantly replaced by Britney Spears! Britney Spears! All right, I have not warmed up at all today, and that's an area that I tend to struggle in with that closed E vowel and bringing up a little too much weight. So there's evidence of that today. So one of the first things we need to do is make sure that your nose is unblocked. That may seem overly simplified, but if your nose is blocked, you're gonna avoid nasal breathing. And in life, that's where humans should be breathing from. Noses are for breathing, mouths are for eating. It's a great chapter in this book. Anyway, all right, so here's the exercise. You're gonna walk. Once you breathe out through the nose again, you're gonna plug the nose and you're gonna walk for a few steps. Count how many you need before you need to breathe in again. All right, and again, it should be an involuntary thing. So I'm gonna try that out for you here. So when you resume your breathing, you need to make sure that you're not taking a huge gasp in. Let yourself recover. That will be a little bit more than usual. And then try to calm your breath down. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna wait a minute and I'm gonna do that 2 more times. I'm constantly replaced by Britney Spears. Britney Spears. Now I'm gonna check my Bolt score again. Breathe in. Okay, so that was about 14 seconds. All right, great. So compare that before and after. Try that nose unblocking exercise for level 1. Okay, we're gonna try the next exercise, and that is sitting tall in a chair, feet on the ground. I'm gonna spread my cheeks, make sure that I feel really, really grounded here. Now, you're gonna put one hand up here on the sternum, and the other hand will go down here in the belly. You're gonna breathe normally for a few breaths. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly fall. Try to widen the ribs. Feel your alignment. Wiggle around and get comfortable. Then you're going to gradually take in less air and breathe out less air. bit of concentration and focus. I'm relaxing everything in my body. If you take in a lot of air and you gasp, that means you've taken out or you've blown out too much air and the motion is too large. I'm going to really try and quiet down my ribs, quiet down my chest breathing. And release. Okay, I'm going to retest singing. I'm constantly replaced by Britney Spears. Britney Spears. Cool. That feels pretty good. Now I'm going to test my Bolt score. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, it was about 14. And I did start to feel a little bit too much agitation, the need to breathe. It could partially be because I was speaking and feeling like, oh gosh, I gotta, I've got some anxieties around recording this video. So I would say though that between starting at a 10, just under a 10 in my Bolt score, and then ending up at a 14, that's a lot better. So that exercise is called breathe light to breathe right. So we've got the nose unblocking exercise and breathe light to breathe right. Try those two things out, test your body in some way, and see if your breathing and your singing improves. So my nose is much more unblocked than it was, which is an awesome observation that I didn't really go into before we started. But I did have some sinusy things going on this morning, and I've been trying to do some lymph drainage because I just got the booster shot. So that is definitely improved for me, and that means that I am now taking in more air through my nose and cleansing the air before it goes into my body. This is great news, and I'm ready to have a practice session. So you should definitely try this stuff out, see if it helps you. And question whether you need to take as big of a breath as you think you need for singing.